Are you sick of the cellulite building up on your thighs, butt, and hips? Across this video, I'm going to teach you the best strategies to visually reduce the aesthetics of cellulite, why we get it, and how you can avoid it in the future. So the first thing you need to be careful of is that influencers are lying to you. When they say you can get this cream and that cream to get rid of cellulite, it just does not work this way based on every study and science. Firstly, why do we get cellulite? Now, this mainly happens, it can happen for males, but it primarily is seen within females. And for the most part, it's caloric reserve for pregnancy. And that's why it's also a little bit worse during this time as well. Some studies show when you're a little bit more sedentary in your lifestyle, so you're a little bit less active, it can make circulation a little bit worse and lead to fluid buildup within areas like the glutes, thighs, and hips. The aesthetics of cellulite a tiny bit worse. So here's the best strategy that you can follow to reduce how cellulite looks within your physique and make you feel $1 million when you go to birthday parties, social events, and just when you look in the mirror. Now, although we can't reduce cellulite specifically, we want to start by focusing on building up the muscle in and around the glutes, the quads, and in and around the midsection. This way, it's not going to be as visual. So firstly, you can do exercises like step ups, walking lunges, and hip thrusts for the glutes, and exercises like lunges, split squats, and leg extensions for the quads. And for the midsection and abs, you need two movements. One that brings your hips to your torso and one that brings your torso to your hips. So a hanging leg raise and a sit-up will be perfect. Then the next, and arguably the most important one, is reducing the body fat to aesthetically reduce the site of cellulite. So the way we reduce body fat is simple. We need to burn more calories each day than we're intaking. And your first question is, Reese, this sounds great, but how on earth do I do this? Stick around for the next 2 minutes. I'm going to show you the exact targets you need to follow with free resources to help you lose fat fast. The first strategy and what you're going to do is you're going to take your body weight in pounds times 9 to 11. The reason there's two brackets is if you're ready to sprint and go super fast, times it by 9, this could be a little bit less sustainable for some people. So I would recommend times it by 10 to 11 first. And as you find your bearings and get comfortable within this target, then you can reduce it to times in your body weight by 9. This is going to be your calorie target. Then you're going to take your body weight in pounds and you're going to times it by 0.8 for your protein target. Then for fats, you're going to times it by 0.4. And then you're going to fill the remainder of your calories with carbohydrates. This is the perfect calorie targets to start you off on your fat loss journey. Then if you take your body weight every single day and take the average across the week, each and every week, you can see if you're making progress. If you're not, there's a couple of things you can do. Either reduce your calories or look a little bit more into the amount of calories you're burning each day. So that brings me on to the second part. How are you going to burn more calories each day? Let me start by telling you how we burn calories. So for the larger proportion of 50 to 60%, it's BMR, which stands for basal metabolic rate. These are the calories we burn at complete rest. So if you optimize your hormones and metabolism, we maximize the effect of the calories we burn at BMR. The way you optimize your metabolism is higher muscle and lower body fat. So for every pound of muscle we have, we burn 6 calories a day. And for every pound of fat we have in a body, we burn 2 calories a day. The next thing is great sleep. If you're sleeping 7 to 9 hours high quality, you'll be able to support your metabolism a lot more. The next thing you want to do is manage your stress as best you can. When we're stressed, we increase the hormone cortisol, which causes weight fluctuations, and it chucks off a hormone slightly. So if you go for unplugged walks, you sleep well, you manage how you deal with stress, not necessarily completely removing it, but you can manage how you deal with stress, which in turn can bring down that hormone cortisol. Then you want to be active on a day-to-day basis. If you hit 8 to 12,000 steps a day, you're well on your way to not only optimizing your metabolism, but maximizing the next stage of fat loss, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is just general non-planned activity and takes up 20 to 30% of the calories we burn every single day. Then the next 10% is thermic effect of food. This quite simply is the calories we burn turning food to a turd. So if you have a high protein diet, which is 20 to 30% of a thermic effect, that's going to maximize this bracket of fat loss. So if you have 100 protein calories, you're burning 20 to 30 of those just through digestion. Then fats is 5 to 10% and carbohydrates is 10 to 15. Then we have the last 5 to 10%, which is exercise activity thermogenesis. This is the calories you burn by training. You want to spend the most of your time resistance training, so 3 to 4 times a week. 30 to 40 minutes is more than okay. And then cardio is a small little additional part, 10, 15 minutes, maybe a little bit more at the end of your workout if you have the time available. So if you follow those tips, you're going to strip down body fat, and cellulite on your body will be a lot less visible. So the influencers that are telling you to use my creams to help you drop body fat are lying. Reduce the body fat, build the muscle, aesthetically make the cellulite not as visible, and you feel so much more confident in clothes at social events. And if you need more help with this, make sure you hit subscribe because I post videos like this every single week. And if you want more specific help with these targets, send me a message over on Instagram at Reece Hallard, REECEHALLARD, and message me cellulite. I know exactly what you mean, and I'll send you over some free resources. And if you prefer, we can run you through how our coaching works. See you in the next episode.